Hi, my name is Jocelyn. I am currently an MPA student at California State University, Bakersfield. I am planning to graduate fall semester 2025. I received my undergraduate degree from the University of California, Davis, and I received a Bachelor's of Science in Human Development with a minor in public health.
Hi, my name is Tom, and I'm in the MPA program. Been here 2 years. This is my last class and also my first summer school course. I've been here since 2019. My undergrad is in liberal studies, and then I eventually wanted something with regards to human resources and public administration. So that's why I'm in the MPA program.
Hello, I'm Lisbeth Rodriguez. I am in the MPA program and I got my undergrad in business administration with a concentration in accounting. And today we are presenting on predicting employee turnover and tension for Dr. Pack's class called MGMT 6120.
So, good evening. I'll be starting off by introducing our project, which is predicting employee turnover intention. The purpose or objective of this project was to create a predictive model that could help organizations understand what factors most strongly influence an employee's decision to leave their job. Our focus was on three key predictors, the first being job satisfaction, which is how content employees feel in their role. The second was recognition, which is the extent to which employees feel valued and appreciated by their supervisors. And the third and final is work-life balance, which is how well employees are able to manage work responsibilities alongside personal life. For method, we designed a survey, analyzed the results using a multiple regression analysis, and then developed a predictive model that not only identifies these influencing factors, but also translates them into practical HR strategies. To analyze our results, we also use statistical software such as ChatGPT 4.0 and Excel. Ultimately, our goal is to give organizations data-driven solutions to reduce turnover and improve overall stability. For methodology, to carry out this project, we used an online survey that was created through Google Forms. The survey included statements for each of our three predictors, and participants responded using a 5-point Likert scale, with number one being strongly disagree and five being strongly agree. We also gathered demographic information, including age, gender, employment status, and tenure to develop a better synopsis. The survey was distributed to classmates and working professionals via email, text, and social media. Our total sample size, which is the N amount of responses, was 116. Once the survey closed, we downloaded the data into Excel, cleaned it by removing incomplete responses, and ran a multiple regression analysis using statistical software. This allowed us to see the relationship between the predictors, job satisfaction, recognition, and work-life balance, as well as turnover and tension. The outcome was a predictive model estimating the likelihood of an employee leaving based on their responses. For survey questions, let's take a look at the exact questions we used to measure our three key predictors, which were job satisfaction, recognition, and work-life balance. These first four questions that we see on the top, which is what is your age? What is your gender? How long have you worked at your current organization? And what is your employment status? Were used as multiple choice questions to gather a little more information about our sample participants. These last four questions, I often think about quitting my job. I am satisfied with my current job. I feel appreciated by my supervisor. And what is your work-life balance were used in the 5-point Likert scale. Now I'm going to pass it on to my peer Lizbeth to discuss regression results.
Thank you, Jocelyn. So now that we've discussed our methodology, let's look at the results of our regression analysis. So starting off with job satisfaction, the coefficient is negative 0.668 with a p-value less than 0.001, as we can see on the slide there. This tells us it has a strong statistically significant negative relationship with turnover and tension, meaning as job satisfaction increases, turnover and tension decreases. Next, we discuss recognition that has a coefficient of 0.117 with a p-value of 0.283. This relationship is not statistically significant. So while recognition is still important, it wasn't a key driver in our model. Next, we have work-life balance that has a coefficient of negative 0.144 with a p-value of 0.083. This suggests a marginal negative relationship with turnover and tension. So meaning a better balance may reduce turnover. Though the effect is weaker compared to job satisfaction, overall job satisfaction clearly emerges as the most influential predictor in our analysis. Next, we discuss correlation matrix. So to get a fuller picture of how our variables relate to one another, we also looked at the correlation matrix. Here we can see the correlations between our three predictors and turnover and tension. The strongest relationship is between job satisfaction and turnover and tension, as shown here, because we have a negative 0.65. So what does this mean? This means that as job satisfaction goes up, turnover and tension goes down significantly. Next, we have work-life balance, which also shows a moderate negative correlation of negative 0.48, which tells us that better balance reduces the likelihood of employees leaving. And then next we have recognition, which has a weaker but still negative correlation of negative 0.32, suggesting it plays a role, though not as strong as the other two factors. We also see positive correlations among the predictors themselves. So for example, employees with higher job satisfaction often report better work-life balance and higher recognition. Overall, this matrix confirms that improving these three areas together can have a compounding effect on reducing turnover and tension. Now, to turn these relationships into something organizations can actively use, we built a predictive model as shown on our slide here. You could see figure 1. What you see here are 3 variables we measured. We have job satisfaction, recognition, and work-life balance, along with their regression coefficients or beta values. All 3 are negatively related to turnover and tension, which means that as these factors improve, the likelihood of an employee leaving goes down. The strongest effect comes from satisfaction, with a beta of negative 0.65, showing it has the largest impact on reducing turnover. Next, we have work-life balance that follows with a beta of negative 0.48 and recognition, while having a smaller effect at negative 0.32, which still plays an important role. So what does this tell us? It tells us that while all 3 areas matter, improving job satisfaction should be the top priority for organizations aiming to keep their employees engaged and committed. Next, we discuss recommendations on job satisfaction, as you can see here on our slide. So based on these results, we developed targeted recommendations. Since job satisfaction was the strongest predictor in our model, we've prioritized strategies to improve it. First, we recommend conducting regular stay interviews. These help managers understand what might cause them to leave, so we can address concerns early. Second, we suggest providing clear career development paths. Employees who can see their future in the organization are more motivated to stay. Third on the list, we have aligning roles with employees' strengths, which ensures people are doing work they enjoy and excel at, which directly improves satisfaction. Finally, we recommend empathy-focused manager training. Leaders who understand and support their team members foster stronger connections, which in turn boost job satisfaction and retention.
And I'll be going over a few more recommendations. So recognition was not a strong predictor as job satisfaction in our model, but it still showed a negative correlation with turnover and tension. That means recognition still matters. Employees who feel valued are less likely to leave, mitigating employee turnover. First, we suggest creating a formal recognition programs. These set a consistent standard and ensure recognition isn't left to chance. Second, we recommend encouraging peer-to-peer recognition. Recognition from colleagues can be just as powerful as recognition from managers, and it fosters a more supportive culture. Third, it's important to personalize recognition to match employee preferences. Some may appreciate public praise, while others prefer like a private thank you. Finally, we believe in celebrating both small and large achievements. Recognizing everyday contributions alongside major milestones keeps employees motivated and engaged year-round. So work-life balance showed a moderate negative correlation with turnover and tension in our analysis. That means when employees feel they have a healthy balance between work and personal life, they are less likely to leave. First, we recommend introducing flexible work hours or hybrid schedules. This allows employees to better manage personal responsibilities without sacrificing productivity. Second, setting clear boundaries for after-hours communications helps employees disconnect and recharge, preventing burnout. Third, promoting wellness programs such as fitness incentives, stress management resources, and mental health support. This shows employees their well-being and health is valued, within the business. Finally, we suggest offering family-friendly benefits like childcare assistance or parental leave options, which can make a big difference in employee retention. So the final piece of our recommendations is to make sure these strategies are continuously monitored and refined. We recommend tracking turnover metrics quarterly so organizations can see if interventions are working and can catch warning signs, early. Second, conducting regular satisfaction and feedback surveys gives employees a voice and helps leadership stay connected to workforce needs. Finally, using insights from predictive model allows HR teams to identify shifts in employee sentiment and adjust strategies before turnover becomes a much larger problem. This approach keeps the organization proactive rather than reactive, ensuring retention strategies stay relevant and effective over time. So in conclusion, our study confirms that job satisfaction, recognition, and work-life balance are key factors influencing employee turnover and tension. Among them, job satisfaction emerged as the most significant predictor. By implementing targeted interventions, such as those we've outlined, organizations can strengthen employee loyalty, improve engagement, and retain top talent. Our predictive model provides organizations with a data-driven tool to improve retention strategies. By focusing on these three areas, businesses can foster a more engaged, loyal, and productive workforce. Thank you. And our references are all original within the project analysis. And thank you for your time. And that is our presentation on our model.
Thank you.
Thank you.